back to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo, episode number 77. The conversation I want to get into today was it boxing politics that got in the way of Jermall Charlo versus JAIME? And now is it forcing Jermall Charlo to face off against Benavidez? I'm going to break it all down in this video. Please like, share, comment, and also subscribe.
JAIME MUNGUIA versus Charlo. Look, listen, we want the fight, obviously. And Charlo's the champion. He gets the bigger cut. We all know that. That's common sense. Showtime, yes, you have the fight on Showtime pay-per-view, but I need the zone to participate. They built JAIME MUNGUIA. That's only fair. It's business. More platforms, more pay-per-views, more money for the fighters. What's wrong with that?
So let's go ahead and break this video down in two different rounds. You know how I do. You see the title. Is it boxing politics that's getting in the way of the fans? Again, from seeing nothing but the biggest fights. Also in round two, we're going to break down why Jermall Charlo should actually go into a fight with Benavidez. I'm thinking he's more forced into it, but I'm going to speak on that more in round two. So let's get right into round one. Is it boxing politics that's getting in the way like it always does? I'm thinking so. I think Oscar De La Hoya can say what he wants to. Not to say that he wasn't trying to put the fight together, but it's got to be some things that's that does not sit well with me. I think that they may be trying to force Jermall Charlo into a fight with Benavidez anyway. Just thinking that he will probably get beat, which I don't agree with. I think it's a 50-50 fight. But if he gets beat, then Canelo, he can kind of let everybody sort themselves out. It's just a big mess. I think the JAIME MUNGUIA fight was a really good fight. Both guys are champions, and I think that would have been a really good way for Jermall Charlo to unify against a tough opponent. I think it would have been perfect timing, and especially not getting some of the other fights that's available. For me, it's some boxing politics too, but this is where I think that you can get away from the boxing politics. As far as if you was Jermall Charlo, if I was Jermall Charlo, I would try to get a fight with Caleb Plant. I call it a good loss because you lost to a superstar. Anytime you go and face a superstar, you have a little bit of a name to you until somebody else beats you, which I think that I would favor Jermall Charlo in that fight. And also, he could have actually went after a guy that actually want to fight him too. So that's where a lot of fighters have to learn how to take their careers in their own hands, because you cannot expect De La Hoya, you cannot expect PBC or Showtime or whoever to get some of these fights done, especially working with the zone. It becomes a lot of just big issues. I think it's too many networks involved. It's not a pleasant feel, especially being a big fan of boxing. And I'm pretty sure you guys feel the same way if you're a true fan of boxing. A lot of people say he's ducking. Jermall Charlo ain't ducking nobody, man. I think that he should have probably took the fight with Benavidez. I know sometimes it's kind of letting certain things hype itself up when it comes to marketing and all that other stuff. But these two got some history. I think it's time for these two guys to face off against one another, and that way he will not get frozen out, because it's easy to get frozen out if you never take the risk. If you take a couple risks here and there, then you become the man of the hour. If you always sit back and let everybody else do the negotiations, let the networks talk, tell your advisor, whoever, let them tell you who you're going to face next. You need to demand who you want to face next. I'm gonna set something straight, man. Yeah, boxing politics does play a big role in the sport of boxing, but there's a couple guys that got around the politics of boxing. Floyd Mayweather was one of them. I always bring him up because he was the best in business when it came to boxing. He did it his way. He faced all champions. He faced dangerous guys, but he every single fight that he took, maybe Andre Berto and maybe like one more, maybe the Conor McGregor thing, that was a big payday, so that was smart. But other than that, Floyd Mayweather faced some of the toughest champions in the world, and Oscar De La Hoya knows that. He knows what it takes to do the same thing, because I feel like he did. Even when he lost, he also faced some of the best competition in the world. Like I said, I'm not going to just say Oscar De La Hoya didn't want to fight. I think it was just more than that. I think they wanted Jermall Charlo to get knocked off, but that's just my own opinion. But I think he got the skills to hang in there. So let's get into round two. So let's get into round 2. I was watching a hot boxing podcast with Mike Tyson. I'm pretty sure you guys know who Mike Tyson is, and also about his podcast. He had Jermall Charlo on that. He made a really, really good point. I may do a small talk boxing news on it as well to kind of expand on the situation. But I love how Mike Tyson he put pressure on a lot of these fighters, man. He told Jermall Charlo to actually to call out David Benavidez. He said, call him out, put pressure on him. You have to show that you want it. It shouldn't take Mike Tyson to tell him that. The fans been telling him that. The media is telling him that. It's even you could call it politics or whatever, money. A lot of these fights going to get harder and harder to be made. If they don't see any money behind you, they're not going to sponsor you. They're not going to give you what you want. You're not going to receive the paydays and the respect from the fans or the media. So the only way to earn respect from the fans and the media is take on the most dangerous man, and at 168, which I feel like is David Benavidez. But the guy that you see up on my screen is the next best option since the JAIME MUNGUIA fight fell apart. And SULECKI, if you don't know who he is, he had a 12-round fight with DEMETRIUS ANDRADE, and it was okay. I feel like Jermall Charlo will knock him out. I feel like he'll knock him out early. I feel like since he has been outside of the ring, it'll probably be a really good fight for him to kind of get back in the groove of things. I know them boys, they train a lot, him and his brother and Errol Spence. But, just kind of get back into the spotlight and get back hungry. I think it'll be a decent fight for him. I'm not making too much out of this fight. But I think after this fight, he really needs to put pressure on David Benavidez. I say not even worry about Caleb Plant or nobody else. I would just go straight for David Benavidez. If he wins that fight, that's a big fight. The fans will love it, and I think they will embrace him even more. And I think that he can earn that star like that I think he deserves in a sense. But he has to earn it though. I can say one thing, I can favor him in a lot of different fights and stuff like that. But worldwide, I think you have to take the most dangerous man, and you have to go to work. But you guys let me know what you think about this topic down in the comments below. That's going to conclude another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo, episode number 77. You guys let me know what you think about this topic down in the comments below. If you want to see what I win, shopsachi.com. Follow me on all social media platforms that I'm currently on. Links will be down in the descriptions below. Just want to thank you guys like I do each and every single video. Also, please make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell. It's very, very important to this channel and the growth of this channel. So thank you guys for everything and giving me the support to keep giving you guys the best in boxing when it comes to news. So with all that out of the way, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Combo.